Hi guys, looks like a lot of our guys attended HMH Test Fest today, so they will not be here with us. Let's start. First point, it is cell channels mapping improvement. Bartek was working about that, but I will present result of this work. Okay, firstly, I will create a few new websites. For example, website 1 is some code. Save website. And create next. Guys, could you verify that records is enabled?
I can see on my screen it says recording.
Oh, thank you. Create next. Click save. Already exists. Website 2. We have two new websites. Okay, open our manage stock, and we could see that both of new created sites has been assigned to default stock. It is mean that experience of customer who work with single stock system will not be changed. If you will create a website, we will work with default stock by default. And next small improvement, for example, I would like create some new stock. Not store, but it is stock. And we could see that we have possibility to delete the stock because the stock is not assigned to any website. If I assign the stock to some website, we could see that we, this is my trick. We could see that we does not have delete button for this stock. And I show little trick. I will comment logic related to hiding this button. Reload. Now we can see this button because I comment this logic, and I try delete. And we could see that we have also check on our backend. We have this check also for our REST calls for our API. And this functionality also has been covered with API functional and integration tests. And we have a few tasks about cell channels improvement. And on this demo, Andriy Zabara will share information. Looks like that all about first point, revert code. Next task, next our topic, it is about migration single stock data from legacy code, from our legacy catalog inventory to MSI source item, to our new improvements. For example, somebody have some 2.2 version, and he has some data in DB, and he upgrade Magento version to version with MSI. Bartek, who has been working on it, will unfortunately not be able to join us as he is currently busy with some family stuff, but he has provided video recording with some result. And I would like to share.
Hi guys, Bartek here. First of all, I want to apologize that I can't be online with you. And moving to my task, I want you to show you migration from the catalog inventory stock item to MSI inventory stock. And as you can see, I prepared 3 selects. In the first step, when I select them, you can see that catalog inventory stock item has almost 1 million.
So Lars present demo with 1 million products.
And inventory item count is 0 right now. And inventory stock item stock, which is in indexer table, doesn't exist yet. And after we run upgrade, for example, for version 2.1 to version 2.3, which contains MSI inventory functions. As you can see, there is Magento inventory catalog installing data, which contains all functionality to migrate default catalog inventory stock item to a new table. It takes some of time during installation. Simple insert select takes about half a minute to migrate almost 1 million products, but after that installer run indexer on this table, and this takes about 2 minutes. So complex migrating data to inventory stock item takes about up to 3 minutes for 1 million rows. But I run it on my laptop, so I think on the production server it will be much quicker. So run this select again. Follow 3. There is catalog inventory stock item and inventory item, new MSI table, which contains exactly the same rows from default catalog inventory stock item, and inventory stock item 1 index table contains the same number of indexing for stocks. So all the rows was migrated to new table, and after that indexer was running, and that's all. All the stocks are now in our new module. So thank you.
So Bartek presented that he have 1 million products in our legacy stock item table. He ran our Magento upgrade, and he have updated data in new table in few minutes. I believe that in production, on production machine, it will be more quicker. Maybe we will provide some review for this request. Maybe we will improve this performance. More details more details. More detailed presentation will be presented by Bartek next demo when he finished his work. When we finish his work. Yes. Next, our presenter, it is Yaroslav Rogoza. He will present source item configuration model introduction. If you remember, most part of our configuration, we move it to the next milestone. But we need to have some model with basic things, with some fundamentals. Okay, Yaroslav, I will stop share.
Okay, hello guys, once again. So basically this week I was working on the inventory configuration API extension that the main purpose of the inventory configuration API and inventory configuration modules is, as Valera said, to present a basic inventory configuration logic in order to have some bootstrap for further development. And at this moment, we have two interfaces for getting the stock item configuration and one interface for saving the stock item configuration. So basically, at this moment, if we check the source item configuration data, we have a few fields. It's source item ID and the notify stock quantity value. In the future, we are going to put some additional values here. Particularly, it will be the backorder functionality. So now backorder configuration is taken from the legacy inventory configuration, but we'll put this logic in scope of this module. During my work this week, these two interfaces were covered by API integration tests. Also, so these two modules initially were developed not by me, but by another developer. I believe that this functionality has been on the previous demo. Maybe I'm wrong, but and I have also made the refactoring of the code of the inventory configuration and inventory configuration API module. I had created the new service. It's additional resource model for removing the inventory item configuration, because previously it was done by using the legacy resource model, but we decided not to use the legacy resource models, collections, repositories, etc., because the logic is quite simple at this moment, and we use direct connection to interact with the database. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Valera, you are muted.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think you're on mute, Larry.
Thank you. Thank you, Yaroslav, for presentation. And our last point in our agenda, it is presentation from Andrei Zabara. He's a new guy who joined us on previous weeks, and he presents some he have provided few pull requests about code quality improvement and stocks assignment improvement. Andrei, could you?
Okay, hi guys, I hope you feel great. I represent the three pull requests that make not big but useful changes, I think. Okay, it's first, what about if website we add additional validation rule to related to assigning websites to stock. For example, if websites unassigned from some stock, then we need to be checked that all these websites have link with another stock, so on. In this way, we avoid the situation when a website is not attached to stock. Okay, yeah. but now it's code review. It's 4 classes. Okay, second improvement. It's in indexation and reservation mechanism. We use a group concat function, and we have problem with count line for merge. Now we have abilities to specify parameter for MySQL group concat function, which will determine the number of lines for merge using DI, of course. And third, we added a strict type for our model. Now we needed to take this in account and pass the parameters of this corresponding types to the function. If we declare int, we need to set up integer into the function like parameters. Okay, that is all, I think.
Thank you, Andrei. Thank you. So also I would like to share information that we have a few stories. We have started the stories. In the stories about integration. Looks like we close to end about MSI based functionality, and we have started work on integration, how to integrate our system in Magento 2. Okay, guys, Mark, do you have any question about today's demos?
No, I don't have any questions.
Mm-hmm. Guys, maybe do you have questions? Alessandro, Yaroslav?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine as well.
So looks like it is all for today. I would like to invite you to join our next demo, as we will be having a lot of interesting things to present, to share from Bartek, from our side, so on. Okay, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Well, actually, I did have one question. Just because I watched, I wasn't able to attend all the other demos, so I watched all the recordings.
Yeah, this is
and just whether we had any other outstanding issues. I think it was the one on November 3rd. There was a question around the UX for when we have just single stock. We have the normal quantity field that we already have in Magento that can be edited, and whether we wanted to limit input to that field and not allow the user to modify the stocks section. Do you know if we have any other outstanding questions like that we need answers on, or those questions have been resolved?
Sorry, main question is if we will single stock system, how it will be in our form?
Yeah, so what it will look like on the admin panel on the product edit page.
Now we have a separate task, and Vadim from Tech Division, if I don't mistake, pick it up this task. And we think if you have single stock, you will use the same fields as now.
Okay.
But if you will have some multiple stock system, we will provide some additional dynamic roles. Maybe it's better to have, if you have single stock system, we will provide some block, and we will disable stock fields, something like that, that guys know that we have possibility to create new stocks. Now it is under development. If we, when we will start it, we will discuss it with you how it is to do in better way.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you. See you next Friday. See you next weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Fine.
Thank you, guys. Bye.